What is going on, folks? It is time for another stream of Minecraft, building the town of Spielburg. When we left off, we were building the sheriff's house, which we are currently standing in. We've got our door was right there. Why does this not look right? How did that work? I don't know what I did. Oh, okay. I understand now. That's the door to the bedroom. I'm a goofball. That's what happens when you gotta do something for a few days. You forget what you were doing. Okay. So, according to what it looks like on the thing, so there's a table here. There's a brown table. So they said for tables, we're gonna use fences and slabs on top. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's see. And then a slab. And then the couch is right here. Couch is like a blue, just like the steps are. See, that doesn't look right at all. It's funny because it's I wish they had actual tables in here, because that just doesn't match. Of course, you know what we could do? Let's try this. Oop. Yeah, that's better. That makes more sense. We'll go ahead and do that. Alright, so we got a chair over there. Although that chair was blue too. So you know what, let's switch that out. So we'll do blue steps again for that. Also can't do it at an angle, which kind of sucks. So let's do that. Alright. And then the door kind of came in here, so we'll make the door right here, and then it was a purple door, so go look for our doors, get that purple door out of there. That's funny, we got two of the same steps in the same thing. Right, move that door. All right, and there's a painting above here of two pupils. So let's look at that. It was the sheriff, but all right. So that looked like a 4x4 Can we find a 4x4? Alright, there's a 4x4. Skull on fire. No. Kong. No. Orb. No. Pig scene. That's funny. Anything with a couple on it. No. They have one called Graham. Let's see what unpacked looks like. No, good enough. Because I don't have anything with 2 people on it. So I thought that was supposed to be a 4x4. That's not a 4x4. That thing is huge. I'll look for a smaller one. I don't like that. Seems a little overboard. So unpacked was a 4x4. So we don't want anything near that big. Skull on fire doesn't quite work. Owl lemons. What does banquet look like? Good with me. Can't find anything that's exactly like it, so whatever. And then we're not gonna worry about like little stuff like candelabras and music boxes and stuff right now. But I mean, that's kind of a rough. That's roughly the way it looks like in the game. I mean, of course, that had to be higher because the steps aren't as fine. Especially if you want to get the angle up. But that's okay. I'm groovy with that. Let's see. Oh, well, that won't do. Let's get up there and put a ceiling on this baby. If you do watch me on YouTube, I also have Twitch and Kick, and I dropped my box back here. I didn't want to throw it away. Oh, boo. Back to looking for the black again. This is a purple magenta. Okay, there we go. Alright, back to what I was doing. I have Kick and I have Twitch under the same name. Also got my Discord and everything inside all the streams. I think some of them have my Instagram and Facebook as well. All Dragon's Bane stuff. There we go. Alright. So it's dry in here now. I forget. Not what I wanted to do, but easily fixable. I forget, did I bother doing floors in the rest of these buildings? I don't think so. No, I didn't. Okay, so we'll just flush out the rest of this real quick. Real quick being relative. Okay, so I believe, if I remember right, this is Crusher's room. Give me 1 second. Okay, so yeah, the bottom one is Crusher. And then the sheriff and his wife share separate rooms. Alright, so we'll do Crusher's room on the bottom. We're going to try to build out with the correct height, though. So we're actually going to have to, kind of build a little bit of the floor in wifey and sheriff's room real quick before we do anything else. So let me put this browser on the other monitor there. Okay. And then since we're already at it, we're gonna go ahead and put blue. See, blue carpeting has to go on top of tile, right? But we're gonna do this just for trial here. Oh, no, it doesn't. Does it? Yeah, okay. Alright, so we'll go ahead and use the magenta here. Yeah, okay. Alright. So the house isn't going to be like extra wide in the back, so we're gonna have to fit all this in to the existing side of the room here, or size of the building. Their bedrooms probably aren't going to be this big, but for the sake of this, there we go. Oh, bloody hell. Alright, so it's pretty squared out there. And then we could, of course, take more of this away if we need to, or add more. But I don't like playing in the rain. We're not going to. At least not for the sake of building. If we were playing like an open world fun thing or whatever, fine. But for the sake of this, so we'll build up the floor here, because this will be the upstairs. I swear, every time I start doing stuff like this, my eyes start to burn. Alright, and then as standard, we do 1, 2, 3 ceilings. So this ceiling's already high enough. So we did that right already. And I'm hoping the in-game music's not as obnoxious as it was the last stream. I was watching it over afterwards and I realized that there were times where the music was like this right here was drowning me out. So hopefully we don't have that problem. did that too far. If anybody's in the stream, feel free to tell me if these sounds are bad or not, or if there's something I can adjust for you. Because while I can do it on my phone or whatnot, it stops me from doing what I gotta do, and what I'm able to see isn't necessarily what you're able to see, so. Tell your buddies, get them to come in, watch our build of Spielburg. I know I had a whole lot of thumbs up and hearts and stuff in my posts, but haven't translated to watchers. I kind of want them to see what's going on, especially if you think I'm doing any kind of good. Wouldn't hurt to have a little endorsement. It's obviously not a professional channel because this is a hobby of mine. I just kind of do it as much as I can. Right now I'm out of work on medical, so when and if I go back, I won't be streaming as much at a time. So it'll become more of a hobby again, less of a regular thing. Let's see. I think they'd probably use lanterns. What do you think? What do they call it? Regular lanterns. Oh, let me put them on the ceiling. Here we go. Huh. That's gonna be awkward. We're gonna have to build out. Oh, you know what? We can actually build out. Because if you think about it, that building doesn't go any further up than that. Okay, so that is that. That's her storeroom. So yeah, we could build out this way and that. Because, I mean, there's two doors, so obviously they're sleeping in different rooms. The right side here is fine for one bedroom, but the left side doesn't have enough space. Alright, so we'll assume that this is a wall. Ooh, there's lightning. Alright, so we'll put that there, and then we'll knock down this wall here. Alright, so we have this room as a 4 across, 1, 2, 3, 4 across on the door. Alright, so got our door. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 across. How was that? Door 4 across and then a wall. Okay, so Technically 5 because there's a wall there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the wall. Let's go ahead and build that wall out. Oop. Started twitching like a maniac there. I just confused myself, but that's okay. I know what I did. My dog is acting all sorts of fruity today. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, I don't pay money for people to help me. If people watch, they watch. If they don't watch, they don't watch. I don't know where people think that somebody doing this as a hobby has the money to just pay people to do stuff. Okay. Sweet. Alright, so God, I saw the green railing and I thought it was a creeper, but I forgot I turned off all mobs. Alright, so we got 2 rooms that are basically the same size. There you go. Those are right in the middle. Oh, I lock it. Oh, I lock it. Oh. Those are already in the middle. Sweet. So we got our 2 rooms. Go ahead and bring some beds out. Alright, so for the wifey, we'll assume that she's the one with the love of purple, which is why the house is purple. So we'll give her a purple. Now I'm just gonna assume it's gonna be against this wall here. And then we'll give her a clothing rack. let's see. What else can we do for her? Oh, let's see. I want to give her a little bit of furniture, but I don't know what to give her. See, I'd like to make a mirror, but they don't have like a mirror kind of thing. And I forget how I did it in the other place. What did I do in the other place? Oh, I just put a hole in the wall with a dark glass brick. So I guess I could do that. You know what? I'll do that because you could do that in the middle and make the mirror for both him and her. So we'll go with a tinted glass. And we'll call that their mirrors. Nah, that looks cheesy. Oop. Didn't mean to do that. Nope, that ain't gonna work. I guess I could just do like I did with the barber shop. So we'll put those there. And then we'll give him some too. Let's choose his bed first. Let's see. Schultz Meisterson. Let's see. See, he kind of wears more of a teal blue, so we're gonna assume that his bed is gonna be kind of a teal blue too. So we'll go cyan, I guess. All right, I'll put his bed down, and then we'll give. I'm gonna actually mirror these rooms, I think. So at the end of the bed is her body stand. 3 away is the mirror. So body stand, 1, 2, 3. I'll put our glass pieces in there. All right. And then we'll grab this guy back. We put this at the end of the bed here. So he'll have a dressing stand as well. Now let's go finish those mirrors off by putting a brick outside. All right. So we'll actually do this. Actually, that made sense where it was at. So we're gonna put that back. Oh, that's not what we're using. That's what we're using. Alright. So that still made sense as far as this is concerned, so we'll keep that there. In fact, we'll build that up because... 1, 2, 3, and a ceiling, so one more on top. Build this up because this is Befferdern's little storage area. So we'll go ahead and build that out. And I actually like that because that gives us kind of a blueprint for how high the town walls will be when we're done. So we'll put this down there. Alright, so, and then this is the ceiling piece, so we'll block that in there. I know I kind of bounced away from the sheriffs, but I saw an opportunity to finish something that I could have finished sooner. So we'll go with that. Because that makes sense. And then give her a couple of lanterns in here to be able to see when she comes in. So that works for me. And there's that, and I think there's no back room in that one, so we're gonna have to build counters and stuff in there later. Alright, so we got the bedroom, we got the mirror, we got that, and we got the bedroom, we got the mirror, and we're gonna leave the details out for now. Just because, like I said, I want to get the town done, and then we can worry about the little stuff. The funny part about this, though, is, and them having two separate rooms upstairs and one downstairs, it's gonna make this room super big. Because I don't know what to make out of, like, where he, like, if that's a bedroom he's in, or if that's like their kitchen servant quarters kind of deal. Because he seems like he's almost like their kid, the way he, you know, acts. So I'm actually gonna build this down, get a couple of lanterns in here, and then I think we're gonna have to think about what we want to do. Anybody has a suggestion, please let me know. Unless I hear one while I'm streaming, I think that I probably will just leave it for somebody that watches the video later and get suggestions that way. Because I'm not quite sure how I want to handle this. Because like I said, it's a big room. Bless it. There you go. I didn't mean to bring that down here. Alright, so we gotta go upstairs to fix that. So we got the rough outline of that, so that's good. Where are you? Put that there. Okay, so now we got the sheriff's room, the wife's room. We got our friendly deputy's room. We'll put a bed in here for the time being. We're gonna say he's a dirty goon, so we're gonna give him a black bed. And we'll put that there while we're figuring out what we're gonna do with him. You know what? He deserves a stand too. So we'll give him a stand as well. But I don't think he really needs a mirror. Don't think he really cares. So that's kind of the sheriff's house right there. I think we got it down pretty good, given what we have to work with. I'm actually kind of happy with that. All right, let me double check these screenshots real quick. I want to make sure that I'm doing these places justice. Okay. So yeah, that looks pretty decent, I think. All right, so we are done with that section of town. All right, so right next to the sheriff is the bread maker, and then the meat maker, butcher, meat maker. That sounded so silly. All right. So they got accents, but they're basically a yellow building. So do we have any yellow colored blocks? Yeah. All right, so we got that. Okay, so yellow blocks. So I'm gonna assume that this building actually comes. I just had a major brain fart. I gotta check another screenshot here. Okay, so that doesn't really show an ending to the fence. Okay. All right, so we're gonna do a little creative figuring. I think it was Crimson Fence that we used. Oop. Yep, okay. I'm going to assume that the baker is bumped up right next to the edge of this building. So let me get back to that screenshot again. Here we go. All right, so we're going to have to build at least 2 deep because there's a window here. And that's right next to the door. So of course the door has to have, or the window has to have a spot on both sides unless I want to do that janky one. So window space, those are right next to the window. I think I'll put the door there and I'll just put one of the glass blocks here. And we were rolling with the dark blue stained glass here is what we're rolling with as far as glass panes. So we'll put that there. This also has an upstairs, so we're going to build as high as the sheriff's home. Hey, that almost looked like I knew what I was doing there for a minute. Alright, so we'll build that as high. And then this seems like a very thin building. And then, if I remember right, in like 4.5 or whatever, just kind of like a little alleyway kind of building. It's very small, didn't need a whole lot of space. So, we're going to build it out 3 in a wall, I would say. Again, we can expand this if we need to in the end. I don't think it necessarily needs to be as big as the house either. Because this wall could just hug the end of the buildings. Because there's nothing even in the game saying that there's an alley behind the alley. In fact, when you go through the alley, there's just a wall behind it with a little bit of a room to see up the back of it. So I'm actually going to block this off altogether. We'll put some baking tables and stuff in here. And again, this is second floor, so we'll go ahead and build all the way up. Built too far. Got too far into it. Zoned out. Alright. Keep going back. Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about that. If we don't want this to be a purple wall, we're going to have to build a wall. So I'm probably going to have to build that at another spot. Almost done building this out. I didn't care to figure out where the floors were first, but that's fine. Oop. I swear eventually, maybe I'll get fast at this. Maybe. Eventually. Possibly. Oh, let's see. The door was yellow, so let's look for a door real quick. There's a yellow door right there. It's not exactly what they have in the game, but we can't get exactly what they had in the game. So we'll just go for color's sake in this one. We'll open that up. Oop, put that there. Close that back up. And I actually think this is going to be more than enough space for the bakery. So we're going to be tight. Yeah, this looks like plenty of space. Absolutely plenty. I don't think we're going to need more than that. All right, so no oven, no. Some more functional blocks. So crafting table, stone cutter, cartography table, fletching, smithing, grinding, living furnace, smoker, blast furnace. I think probably regular furnace would probably be it. Yeah, we could probably go with regular furnace here. All right, so door. Probably just put these in the wall here. Oh. There we go. And then since we look like yellow, I built this whole place out of wool. Oof. All right, can we find a color block that's not yellow concrete? Okay. I know this is dumb to even worry about because it doesn't necessarily matter, but that that tickles me. Built a house out of wool. Is that as bad as building a house out of straw? Little piggies. Oh man. Gotta rebuild the whole structure again because I built it out of hay, straw. Oh. Get rid of all this. That was such a waste of time. It's okay though. And all the people that know how to Minecraft are laughing at me right now. This guy really doesn't know what he's doing. Oh, and it's got to rain on my parade on top of it. It's alright, just like I was raiding earlier, I was doing a pug raid on my druid. And the group was so bad. They weren't in a hurry to get anything done, and then when they were doing it badly and everybody was dying. If they didn't have people in there that did know what they were doing, it would have been a complete wash. And it wasn't even like they're a new guild, they're new to the game. Like, these people I've seen around, and they were just like okay with being terrible, dragging everybody else along with them. We're almost done fixing my mistake. Almost. This is one top of the line bakery right here. Alright, let's get a roof on this baby, so this rain can stay out of my hair, you know. Don't want to get my hair wet, mess up my hero perm. Alright. Just for the sake of right now, put a couple of lanterns in here to shed a little light on the situation. Alright, so that looks big enough. So I think we're gonna go with a wood counter. I knew I could get that out of my head. Wow. Get that out of my mouth. Let's see. So we got that bright yellow. Let's try to stay with brighter colors. I don't think birch is the answer though. Some Acacia wood would probably be nice. Let's give that a shot. Alright, so a little room for them to work. So we'll give them 2 out here. We go across. Oh, that looks nice. I like that. I'm just gonna actually leave that wall as it is. Nothing wrong with that. Because we still gotta do steps for a second floor. And we're limited on space. So what I'm gonna do is... No, we'll make our own second floor here. We're gonna do kind of a spiral deal here. And I can use any kind of brick really. Let's get some steps here. So as far as stairs, we're gonna go with the yellow theme, I think. So we'll go with bamboo. We'll do mosaic, even though I don't know what the difference is. Okay, so we'll do one like that. We'll do a brick like that. Nope, like that. I'll put stairs here. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. Oops, wrong. Then we got one more to go up. So we'll put those up here like that. That'll give us that last step there. And then oop. Then we put a step here. And then where are we? So 1, 2, 3. So we're at a good floor level. So we'll keep this like this. Now we don't even need to build this out all the way necessarily. I think we're going to build it one more. And then that'll just be like a supply, like where they keep all their wheat and stuff. I think is what that'll be. So we can use that extra thing to put a fence. Again, we'll stick with the yellow theme here. So, I like that. Like that. There we go. That looks janky. Isn't that supposed to corner? I thought that was supposed to corner. They don't have fence corners, do they? Yeah, I thought, yeah, that's supposed to fence corner. But I wasn't using Raggle Rack. I was using the wrong thing. Alright. Let's not be stupid. There we go. Okay. So there's that. And then there's a window up here. So we're gonna grab those, that blue stained glass. Just a little further down here. Alright, and then it's kind of over the door. Oop. Now we're gonna make that a double window. Tight, tight. And then put one of those guys for light here. And then we could get rid of that stuff. But I actually want to get let's go with the wood. There we go. Alright, our little bakery. And we could worry about putting details in there later again too. But we got all that done. Alright, so for the sake of getting rid of the rain and nastiness, we're gonna go sleep in Von Goon's bed here. Gotta keep that door open. You don't know when a thief might come in here and try to rob the place. Alright, so bakery. We'll get a sign out here. Again, we're not going to be able to do this quite how we want it, but we can at least stick with the theme here. All right. So that's a rough outline of that. I didn't even think about putting windows and stuff on the front of the sheriff's house. And there were definitely windows in the sheriff's house area. So we need to go back to that because that's a building fundamental. I don't care about getting everything else right necessarily. Wow, that came out wrong. I don't necessarily need all the details right, but I need at least the building foundation to be correct before I move on at all. All right, so yeah, it had windows on either side of the door. So we need to go over there and put some windows in. And then it had 3 windows up top that I didn't include. All right, so there's windows there. I'll go in for the sake of the other windows. Okay, so floor, which means the windows had to be above. One was right by the door. Oops. So put a window there. Door. There. Alrighty. Sorry, I had to fix that last little detail. It was gonna drive me nuts. Okay, so you got the Pfefferden vegetable stall. You got your dry goods store. You got your sheriff's office and your bakery. Or not office, but house. See, is there anything we can use for kind of like a cloth cover? Because they have like a blue and white cover over the stall here. Might just have to get creative with color blocks. I don't think they have like a cloth thing in Minecraft. But let's look. These banners are just gonna go straight up against the wall, so that's not gonna help. I'm not seeing nothing. So I don't think we're gonna be able to get any kind of like cloth cover. Got all these fun little things we could put in there later. All right, so maybe we just get creative with that. So it's light blue and yeah. So this is concrete. Do we have anything a little less solid than concrete? Skulker backs, no. Okay, so wool is our answer. So dark blue and light blue. So dark blue and a light blue wool. I know this is a silly thing to think about right now, but see, in the game, the cover starts with light blue and it comes just over the edge of their thing. Yeah. Oop. I don't know what I'm doing. So blue stripe, and then this one again, and then blue stripe, and then this one again. Oh, that's funny. I just realized my dimensions for this place, width-wise, is perfect. Num 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 num. I love it when I'm right. Doesn't happen often, but you can ask my wife. Nice. Nice. Oh, I like that. That makes me probably too happy. I think that makes me too happy. Okay. And then the best part about that is now that we're done with that, we can actually build this in. I'm so happy. And since we're between two buildings right now, I don't mind taking a little respite from design and go with something a little more practical. Because this is going to help shape part of our town now. We got part of this done. Placing some of that stuff I deleted earlier. And it makes much more sense that the hero had to climb a wall that size than the one I originally created. Wonderbar. All right. So we can get rid of all this up to the town gate. Fabulous, darling. Fabulous. Oop. Didn't want to do that. All right. And the only problem that I see with the remaining part of this build and actually I can address it just by starting in the front now, is how far back the granny's house is going to be and the magic shop. But I can do that just by doing those first. And then as far as it needs to go back, it can, because the bakery doesn't go any further than the jailhouse. So that works beautifully. And then this, we can kind of just finish building this out to a degree. For what is existing anyway. And then I think we were doing stone slabs for the top, right? No. We want something textured. So more of a this. Yeah. Yeah, that's the ticket. All right. Sweet. Wait. All right. Funny, people I've seen on my son's things make this look so effortless and fast. All right, so we got that done. Got that done. All right, so next would be the left side here. So we got the caddis tail in still. And then we've got the magic shop next to that. And then, all right, so let's worry about the caddis tail in real quick. Let me find the screenshot of that real quick. And I already noticed one flaw in my build. So the gate of Spielburg is actually in a corner of the wall, and that's where the sheriff's office is. So it's more of a diamond-shaped place than it is. But I've already gone too far to worry about redoing that. So I'm just gonna have to kind of like readjust the surroundings a little bit. because that's going to take way too much. It's going to take way too much to fix. That's a shame. Oh well. It is what it is. So let me get that big up there. Okay. That would have been a much more complicated build too. So I guess we'll just continue going the way that I envisioned it in my head in the beginning. So we'll call it creative license. Alright, so the Caddis Tail Inn presents as a light brown. So we'll go with, and it looks wood. It looks like a solid wood. So we'll go with, what does this look like? That almost looks right. Of course, the screenshot I'm looking at is dark, so. Alright, so we got double windows on this, a door, and then double windows, and that's where it disappears. So we're gonna fill in that stuff right now while we're at it. Oop, wrong place. So double windows, and these are actually double high too. So double windows. And then there's like a little thing here. Oh, wrong one. And then more double windows. Okay. So that would have to be another wall as far as the outside is concerned. So that's all that we've got as far as visual on the outside of the building. So the rest is going to be determined by what we have inside. When you go in the game, I'm gonna have to find a screenshot of that real quick. Okay. So Caddis Tail Inn has two sets of windows up and down in the picture. But inside the room, it's only got one floor. As far as you can tell anyway. Alright, so these windows appear to be stacked right on top of each other. So we'll go like this. And then we got more double windows. Okay, so, and then there's a ceiling on top of that. So that's the height of the Caddis Tail Inn right there. Okay, and then I'm gonna have to actually move this build over a little bit because there is a inset fireplace and gray wall. So we'll do the fireplace first, which is kind of that color wood. Maybe a little bit brighter. So maybe we'll go with this. You're talking maybe 3 steps in. 1, 2, 3, and then oh, wrong one. And then you got your fireplace here, and it's a big one because it's bigger than we are, so it's probably about that big. And then it's a nice hearty blaze. We'll just make it too wide though. Okay, and then we'll put fire. Put some fire in there. Let's see, can we put anything panel-wise back there? Like, I want a brick panel. Like paneling. But I don't think I'm gonna find that. Nope. I'm curious what this will look like. Yeah. Right, so you wanted this like gray stone. It's kind of smooth bricky. So maybe we just go with the same outside brick that we used. Because this goes almost to the ceiling. All right. And then there's like one more coming down the side of the fire pit. And then that's where the wall starts here. And that's like a slate almost. But it's a light slate. This is a dark slate. So what can we do for this? So it's got to be like a light brick. It's lighter than that. Maybe this. Yeah, I think that'll work. All right, but that's gonna have to go here. Then there's a door. So we're gonna have to go. Is that a 64 spruce door? Jesus. All right, so we'll call spruce door here. And then There's 1, 2. Now I know, like, building material wise this isn't good, but it matches the color and kind of the texture of the game, which is what counts. So coming out the door, you got 1, 2 perceived space for a wooden like beam, and then another one, and then you've got the wall here, which comes out, and then you got another door, and then you got another door here for the hero's bedroom. And then in the game you see 2 slots, and then you can't see past that. I'm gonna assume there's another door there. Oh, we're gonna build this out further anyway. So it's got to come out at least that far anyway. Just for the window's sake. Alright, we're gonna get a little creative here just because it's gonna help me out. Okay, so forgive me, my creative process in my head is a little weird. Okay. So we're gonna do this. Cause she means it's right next to the fire. So he would sit just like there. Door's next to him. It's actually a double wide door, but for the sake of this, we're not gonna do. I shouldn't say double wide, it's just a big door. So just the other side of the door. And then one more step is the chair the hero sits in. That's kind of the right side of the fireplace. So that's that. And he sits at the end of a long table. That table is at least a couple of spaces wide. And it's a little darker, so we're gonna go with a spruce slab for that. Didn't mean to do that. Alright, so spruce slab for 2. Ain't gonna work. So we're gonna have to build this out farther than I expected. And then Abdullah, his chair is right there. gonna have to push this wall back a little bit. So in the case of this one, it's better to just put the furniture in first. I don't want white concrete powder. There we go. Okay, so that's gonna come out a lot farther because we still got to make a kitchen and all that. Oh man. Okay, so got your fireplace, your little Shima sitting spot or Shimeen sitting spot. And then your tables and chair. And then from here, there's like enough space for another seat. So we'll say here. And then about 2 more spots. All right, we'll call that wall. Okay, so that's wall there. And their bombs, and their bombs, and their guns. And then I'm just building this out a little bit extra. It may or may not need this much space. Okay, so this is our wall for in there. Okay, so just past where Shmeen sits, there's a space, and then this is where the table sits. So we can stay here with this. Okay, so far. Because there's another table. Let's see. So it starts behind his seat. So there's another table. And then there's space for dishes and whatnot. All right, so this actually looks good. Now we'll put our concrete here for our first door. All right. And then, like I said, there's like 2 spaces where you don't see anything, and then I think that there's a door. Because if Dooley Dool sits, sleeps here too. So he's got to have a room. So there's got to be 2 rooms in this place. All right. Well, we can finish off the wall here. Okay, so this is the first room. Now again, we don't see the kitchen in the game. So we're kind of guessing with that. So right next to Shima is where the door is, or Shimeen rather, is where the door starts. So the door will be here. All right. Cool. All right, and then we always build 3 and a ceiling. So 3 and so the ceiling, you won't see that part. So I'm gonna go ahead and make that the same. Well, you know what? That's fine. So we're gonna assume that the ceiling is the yellow brick. Oh, that's right. We built it up higher because of the fireplace. Okay, so. Oh, wrong brick. There we go. Okay. So we'll fill this in. Oh, I already said I had to move that over. Okay, so you have glass here, glass here. That. Glass here. And another 2. Okay, same thing here. Oh, wrong one. Right one. So boom, 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 boom. All right. And then put that there, put that there. I'm gonna do glass here, glass there. Oop. Glass there, glass there. There we go. Okay. Get that up there. Wrong. Now I'm curious. You may be able to help me with this. So 2 sets of windows would imply there's another floor. You don't see stairs or anything in this. So this is going to be another thing I'm going to leave up to you. Do we leave these open windows like this? Or do we put another floor up here and there's 2 sets of floors? Because it doesn't show you a second floor. But it doesn't exactly show you a second door for Abdullah-Dul's room either on the first floor. It just shows the first door and then there's a corner missing. So are we going to do an upstairs instead of a second basement or a second bottom floor room? I don't know if anybody's watching, but if you have an opinion, I'm more than happy to hear it. So I almost think we should go another one up. And that would keep us on par with the rest of the buildings in the front. So right now I'm going to leave that. And I'm going to build this assuming I'm going to leave that for you guys to look at. So if you guys watch this, take a look. If I don't get any responses by the next time I do stream, I'll decide on my own. But since that's a creative part of it that doesn't really get explained in the game or shown in the game, I figure it might be fun to have you guys give me your opinions on that. I like when you place these blocks, it sounds like wet sand. Like one of those sensory YouTubes. It's funny because I kind of hate the way that looks, but it's closer to accurate, I think. As much as we can be, of course. You know what? We could build this up higher because even if we don't do a base, a top floor, it shows beams on the bottom in the game. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna build this out as if this actually might be taller than the other buildings by the time I'm done with it. Just for that little detail. Coming out at least as far. This is definitely one of the ceiling points. So, one more. Okay, so that's that. We'll destroy this part of the ceiling. this here. Get this all the way out. At least as far as we know it's gonna be. We can square off this restroom and be done. Beams are. Got a black kind of wood. Like a charred wood. I mean, we could almost use. Nether bricks are more of a purple. Maybe we use a black stone instead? Guess I don't see anything else. Terracotta wouldn't look woodish. Brown wool kind of does, but it's not dark brown. Let's see what these black ones look like. Alright, so one. And then sorry, I'm having a brain fart. There's one and then a ceiling. It's almost got like a light brown ceiling too. I know I'm overthinking this like crazy. But as I said, I want that. I want the accuracy as much as I can. I mean, I gotta use a lot of extrapolation for a lot of this, but that's the ceiling, and then the okay. If you're on, you're watching, say hello in chat. I'd like to hear from you. I'd like to talk to you. Unfortunately, the chat that I'm using doesn't allow me to see when you come into the room or not. So I don't know when people join and when people aren't and when they're watching or not. And I'm going to build this out that far. Okay. Alright, so we're going to pretend that this light brown comes up to here. And then technically this is all light brown. Okay, so yeah. So the rest of that is the gray. All right, and then oh. Ugh. Okay, so we're gonna go like this. That's much closer to the walls. We'll go here. Huh. It's funny how the scales just don't match up. Actually, that was right. But it doesn't have to be perfect. All right, so like when you're in the game, the view that you get is from the door is kind of like this. You got the chair, you got the table, you got the other table behind that one. You got Shima sitting over there by the fireplace. And then you'd have like dishes on the wall, the room over there. This is actually pretty much it. And then that's the mystery corner that we don't know about that I decided to put a door in. So that's actually pretty good, I think. And again, we'll worry about the floor details and stuff later. I haven't done that with any of the things so far. So just because I want to round out this side of the building, we're going to come out here. Then we're going to look at this. So this is the end of that. So I'm going to assume that this is going to be the wall here. And then that's going to come across. as far as I'm gonna make the room. So let's go ahead and make this a wall. All right, so we got, I mean, this is the town wall that I built, so that's kind of like a rough, hard spot. So let's go ahead and finish this, because I actually think that this is probably going to be sufficient room size. That's probably wide enough. And we're going to leave that wall up here for the time being. All right, so I think this room size is perfect. So we got 1, 2, 3 on the other side of the door. So 1, 2, 3. And then that's where we'll put this. All right, it's 1, 2, 3, and then a wall, right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and then a wall. So 1, 2, 3, and then a wall. Oop, wrong black. Right black. Okay. So this will be the other wall to the bedroom. And I actually like the depth of the room. Perfect the way it is. So I'm not going to change the depth at all. I'll get rid of that wall and make it something more appropriate. But I do like that. So actually we'll go ahead and get rid of the wall now. And then that doesn't really matter if that's there, because that's going to get covered up anyway. Right, and then put the stripped wood down here. Room 1 done. I believe in the game there's a window in the room, but because I messed up the logistics of that, that might not be possible. You know, the whole diamond shape thing that I was talking about earlier. That might not be possible, but we'll see. I'll definitely add it if I can. Oh, that's the front of the building. So that we're gonna want to be alright, so this is gonna be the end of the building regardless. So we can go ahead and corner off the roof for this part. Alright, I was done with that already too. Okay. So we know it has to be at least that big. I wish there was an easier way to fly up and down without having to drop every time. But it is what it is. I stepped on that one. Almost didn't complete my detail. Alright, so that's done with that. And again, this little like attic-way may turn into a second story, depending on what you guys decide. But for right now, I'm just gonna settle the first floor, and then I'll raise that second ceiling if I have to. Oh, I'm a dork. So this is the wood ceiling. This isn't the same as the outside. I got carried away. Okay, so spruce wood. Okay. We'll go back to the whole lantern deal. Alright, so ceiling's done. Room's done. Ceiling's done. Room's done. 1, 2, 3. Ceiling's actually too high. It's funny because all this stone looks like it's got skulls on it. 1, 2, 3. Accent. And then ceiling. Scaling is a pain in the butt, just so y'all know. Okay, so that's the ceiling. Because this ceiling does not have to be the same as that ceiling. Okay, I gotta rethink the scaling here. According to the picture in the game, there's a gray spot above the door, and then the accent. And then right above the accent is the ceiling. Those bars are on the same level as the accent. So this all does not need to be there. Okay, so up. So that's the accent. This is the ceiling. This is a project I love, so I don't really care. Okay, so this is the true ceiling. We'll adjust those windows. So I'm basing this whole build off of those windows, and that's not important. Because I'm allowing for accents in here that I wasn't allowing for outside. Okay, this feels a little less dungeonous and a little more cozy-ish. So that was definitely a good choice to fix that. Definitely a good choice. Okay, so accent, ceiling. There we go. This is feeling a lot better. Feeling accent. About to have a major miscarriage of justice right there. Alright, so let's get rid of this stuff. Because this stuff is no longer necessary. So accent, ceiling. Alrighty. Ka-chink. Ka-chink. Oh. There we go. So much better. So much better. Okay. It's got its tail in without the decorations. And go ahead and put the beds in here. I don't remember exactly what the bed looked like in the game, so for right now, I think the bed was like that. We'll go ahead and do the same thing over here. All right. And then I don't like the way the windows look like this, so I'm going to do that. Do that. We're just gonna shrink the windows, that's all. Alright. There's the 3 set of windows that are required. And then we'll do the same thing up here just to make them symmetrical. Go. Alright. So that's the ceiling of the first floor. So we're actually probably gonna have to go like this. Go here. I'll put the glass up here. Alright. So that way, there's a floor in there. And then like I said, I don't know whether or not we want to do an upstairs here. You know what? Shima and Shamin need their own place. They don't have a stay in here. So we're actually going to build up here. But we're going to have the stairs in the back servants' quarters. I like the way I think. If you don't like the way I think, let me know. Again, this is a community love project, so if you got feedback, please, give me the feedback. I appreciate it. I swear, dude. Swear to you, I do. Okay, so this is the outside. This is where the cooking area is going to be. And then for the sake of our future here, so that's the ceiling, so this is the floor. So this is our upstairs. And then as usual, we're going to do I think we'll stick with the same motif we had downstairs, where it's the gray. I don't know where that went. I thought that was still on my bar. Okay. Oop. Clicked onto the wrong monitor. Okay, so okay, let me stop and think for a minute. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so we're gonna stick with this for the time being. Okay, so this just have to go. Okay, that didn't jack up the aesthetic in here, did it? Nope. Sweet. Cool. Alright, so we can keep building here. Okay, so this does not have to be built out too far. I'm actually thinking that this is probably going to be it. I think I like where my head's going. So, this will be the kitchen. There'd be stairs to bring them up here. And these could be bedrooms. And their own like little house. So I can set up, you know, extra stuff over here. I can give them a fireplace of their own. Because they got to live somewhere. They don't actually live anywhere. Abdullah's got one room, we got the other. So if there's 2 rooms downstairs, that covers us. They need some place to live. And they never say anything about living anywhere else. So, stands to reason that they live here. Now, this doesn't need to get built out anymore because in the game, there is another building here that we can't walk into before you even get to the bar. So, let's build this out, finish this room. That was the accent. This is the ceiling. keep confusing myself. Okay. So this is the corner. So we're gonna put this here to put stairs. I'm gonna go with oak. Okay. All right, so okay, let's try that again. Okay, so upstairs we go. Alright, so this is our finished wall. So what we've been doing is we've been doing 1, 2, 3 accent ceiling. So we're going 1, 2, 3. And then accent. Alright. See. Yeah, we really don't need any more space than that. I guess we can give them a square. Give them a square landing here. There we go. It's actually built out one. Oop, wrong one. So go with this wall just not having accents. Get rid of a whole bunch of these empty blocks here. While we're not going to have that much accents up here, well, we can. No reason for this to look any different than downstairs. I think I was just being lazy there for a minute. Worried about the aesthetics from the outside of the building, but it is fine. It's the thing with extrapolating all the stuff that the game doesn't allow you to do. You gotta kind of like brainstorm it out with yourself. Okay, so the only thing that I want to keep right is the front of the building. So that's the front, which means all this can be changed to the aesthetics. We'll just have the one wall be proper for the front. All right, so all right, so we got that down. Get our little accents in here. Oop. And then the ceiling. Now I know when I was looking at ChatGPT to see if it had any plans it could give me, it was like, no, you're crazy. Alright, so I wanted to keep the front the same, so we'll put that up for the front facade. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3 facade ceiling. How we ended up one block up more from the jail, and that's 2-story, I don't know. I'm actually going to look at that in a minute just for fun, because it is a little weird. Oh, I see why that was. Okay. Okay. Nope. Sand. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, looks about right. Now we just gotta do this. Focused right there. Sorry guys, I'm not talking. Very focused. Oop. Ooh wee. That light's coming from downstairs. Alright, and this is their home. So come upstairs. Let's see. So the fireplace is from there to here. Alright, so we're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. We're gonna get that. What do we use? Logs. So they're lighter. I think they might have been oak. So we'll look at oak. I now don't think that they're oak. Put a little fire in there. Alright, so we got that done. Put the ceiling back together. And we had that light gray. That's a shame. Like gray concrete doesn't have enough texture. Doesn't appear that I have much other choice. Guess it's just gonna have to be it, unless I mess up the aesthetic downstairs, which I think that already does. Yeah, it does. Alright, so they're just stuck with wood. And then, what does a gray carpet look like? I'll take it. We'll look for stairs. And we'll say a little more exotic color. So they'll say they got one. There we go. So they got a sitting area. That was gray powder. Wrong gray. Need one more. Now we'll break this out. Nope, that won't do. Yeah, I think that might be enough. Yeah. Alright, so you know what, they can use the blue bed, so cool. So put that there. And then let's see. So that's facing the outside. Yeah. So we'll give them that dark tinted glass there. Alright, so that'll be there. Be there, his and her mirrors there. And then give her stand here, him his stand here, so they can get dressed. So that's their little room. Actually, I think give him a darker slab. Yeah, I'll give him a dark oak. Oh, wrong one. There we go. That looks better. What should we do with that? Oh no. Oh no. Please tell me that saved. Oh no. Oh, thank Christ. I got scared there for a minute. Shelves there. There's their little cooking area. open. I don't know what I want to do with it. There we got the shimmy little area there. Almost forgot to finish putting the accents up. Alright. So they got their own little place. And then down here. Oop. There we go. There's Shamina and Shima's Inn. There we go. And actually, to make this a little bit more symmetrical, we're gonna go put some windows in the front. There you go. Cat his tail in. And with that, I'm gonna call the video there, stream there. Hope you guys enjoyed what you're watching. Please like, subscribe, all that other jazz. Follow me so we can do this again later. Thank you.